What up, Spidey Squad? Just a little note, so I forgot to mention in the last game, the narrator is that one guy, I can't remember his name, for all three of these games, which is pretty cool. He's like, it's in the movies, it's like in a different role in every movie, I can't remember his name. But that's pretty cool. It was sort of a big responsibility to follow up Stan Lee being the, you know, the narrator of the first two. And not saying this guy is as awesome as Stan Lee, because he's not. But, you know, he does a good job. And so, anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Spider-Man 2. This is the one that everybody... Just being a little crazy right now. Everybody talks about as being the holy grail of Spider-Man games. This sounds blasphemous, but I do not actually think that is the best Spider-Man game. I'll get to that later, but for sure the amazing thing about this game is the web swinging mechanic. It's amazing. This was like the first open world game I ever played when I was a kid. So this was like the game I'm obsessed over. And this is like the game, this is the Grand Theft Auto for every kid whose mom didn't let them play Spider-Man. And so, or didn't let them play Grand Theft Auto. This was their Grand Theft Auto. They could kind of cathartically swing around the city, and you can sort of get better and better, and like, you know, start swinging faster and get real skillful and whatnot. But I do have some criticisms of this game, though. I think graphically, it's actually either just as good or worse than the first one. Now, the camera is way easier to use. And that's true. But, and the fact that you can actually flip the ground is amazing. But, and so it is way better than the first one, obviously. But yeah, anyway, so it's not the, I don't think it's the best game. I think it's good. I think it's the third best game, actually, to be completely honest. As far as how well it's aged. It's one of the best things about this game, definitely would be the swinging and all that kind of stuff. It's one of the worst things about this game, obviously the limitation of the fact that it's a movie game, which means that there's certain narrative restrictions that it has. A good thing, so it has to follow some sort of like relationship to the movies, which I think is sometimes a weakness for some games. This game is really good combat wise. I do love the combat. And anyway, so yeah. Other weaknesses it has, obviously Tobey Maguire's voice. Also, I do love the web swing mechanic, but the web zipping mechanic is stupid. I think it's not very good at all. Also, how much time you have to waste just getting hero points to get on to the next thing is pretty dumb. Whether it be like saving people's balloons or whatever, you have to like find these weird question marks all over the place, so they're like, oh, by the way, there's a, you know, armored car robbery 6 blocks from here. I happen to know this, and I'm saying it totally casually while, you know, it happens 6 blocks away when it seems like no one else is aware of it, but somehow I am. It just doesn't, I don't think it's the best system for getting people to, like, play side quest stuff. Especially those side quests aren't that great. One of my favorite Spider-Man games, this is kind of some foreshadowing, is Web of Shadows. And one of the reasons for that is that most of the side stuff you can do like this is completely optional, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, I do love this game. This definitely, as far as like my rating for when this game was originally released, I'm gonna give this game like a straight up 9. Like, it's an amazing game. But as far as how well it's aged, in the sense of how much whenever I'm playing this, I'm actually wanting to continue playing it,
What's up?
not so much. It's cringier than I remember, and mainly what it was all about before was the web swinging. The storyline's pretty good. The Mysterio stuff later on is amazing. But aside from that, based on the kind of stuff that we have now, it just doesn't age. It didn't age quite as well as I would have hoped, and that kind of hurt me a little bit. So I'm hoping that whenever I play the new Spider-Man PS4 game, it'll sort of be like rediscovering what I remember this game being like in the first place. So, you know, here's to, you know, Spider-Man. You know, this is the the most blasphemous video I could make, because I mean nowadays if you say any Spider-Man game is better than Spider-Man 2, then you basically like, you know, taking a big crap in like a, you know, in a church or something like that. Like it's totally blasphemous. It's not, you know, it's not right. So anyway, yep. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, I'm sure most of you probably think that Spider-Man 2 is the best, but if anyone else has a different favorite one, let me know, and let me know why. You know, maybe I could help to integrate some of that into this video, in the next video. So anyway, peace out, y'all, and thanks for stopping by. And make sure to check out the past videos and the ones that are coming up. Anyway, see y'all later. Peace out.